Welcome to the play video for Teramyyd Earthsphere Expanded Edition board game. In this video, we will be making a quick introduction into the aspects of playing a simple game. For further insight into the intricacies of play, please consult the rulebook. Teramyyd Earthsphere is a steampunk fantasy adventure board game for 2 to 6 players. To attain his or her objective, your captain flies their airship across the lands of Teramyyd, battling foes and other airships, exploring treasure caches, and upgrading their airship until they are ready to face the final challenge. One way that Teramyyd Earthsphere keeps your playability high is by offering 6 different styles of victory conditions, which you can see listed here. For bounty hunting, each player tries to be the first to defeat the greatest total of foe levels in a set number of rounds. For Gold Rush, each player tries to be the first to have a set number of gold coins in their treasury at the end of a round. If this belongs in a museum, each player tries to be the first to bring a set number of artifacts back to their home port. Prestige is likely to appeal to Eurogamers. In Prestige, there is a list of about a dozen different things players can do to earn Prestige, also known as victory points. At the start of the game, players decide if they are playing for a certain number of rounds, or until one player gains a set number of victory points. Defeat your arch-nemesis requires you to defeat a specific level 4 foe, linked to your captain's faction. And Slay the Kobolist requires players to rise to a high enough level, then defeat the Kobolist dragon, which is all the while laying waste to the countryside. All of these are equally valid ways to play Teramyyd Earthsphere, so please feel free to pick and choose as the mood strikes you. First, you will need to assemble the board. The board is made of 9 hexagonal tiles and is configured like this. Then every player is given an airship playmat, 5 gold coins, the handy patch card, which is installed in the extra slot on the playmat, and the 8 starting tactic cards shown here. Next, the airship cards are dealt out to each player. Each player chooses one airship and places it face down in front of them, discarding the rest. Then, the captain cards are dealt out, and the process repeats. There are pairs of captain and airship which are canonical in the lore of Teramyyd, but you need not be restricted to those pairings unless you wish to be. Now, the airship and captain of each player is revealed. Each player now receives the tactics card that corresponds to their airship, and the spell card and tactics card that corresponds to their captain. These new cards are added to a player's 8 starting tactics cards, and are shuffled and placed face down in a pile to form the hand draw. The last part of setup is the starting placement of the active items on the board. First, the Kobolist is placed on the Kobolist glyph on the top tile of the map. Then Areopolis is placed. To place Areopolis, roll a random slipfold glyph. Then roll a bone die for direction and an amber die for distance. The result of 5 and 2 means that in the 5 direction, Areopolis moves 2 hexes. Finally, the player's airship counters are placed on the settlement that corresponds to their captain. Teramyyd Earthsphere comes with 24 custom 6-sided dice. Results from a roll of a die can be 1 through 6, or a hit, miss, or trisk. 5s and 6 are marked with the hit symbol. 2 through 4 are misses, and a 1 is identified by the triskelion symbol on its face. The use of these symbols will be explained more fully in other sections.